I love libraries. I have spent my children's early lives with our little wagon. I don't know if it's the same all around the country, but in California, you can go to a public library, and in the children's book section, it's either 10 or 15 titles you can take at a time. As we all know, sadly, in many Head Start centers, 10 or 15 volumes is all they have total. In the case of an affluent Pacific Palisades public library, of course, there are thousands and thousands of books. But one of my favorite memories is going there with my children, with their wagon, and them picking the 10 or 15 volumes that we could take out at a time, scanning them through the checkout, and then going home with this batch of new pages, art, ideas, and for all of us who've sat with a child on our lap, with a book as that focal point, as that connective point, physically, the weight of a child on your lap, the feel of the book in your hand, and that connection to the page is one of the most beautiful aspects of being a parent, and one of the things I miss the most as my kids get older, because my son is 20 and he won't sit on my lap anymore. You know, we have to tell our stories. And books are a way to tell our stories and to continue to tell our stories so that future generations can tell the story. So I thought, okay, the book is an object lesson. The idea is that a teacher brings her suitcase that her great-grandmother emigrated from China with when she was a child. About this big. I would fill this suitcase with the future. I would leave room for the future. For the future is bright, despite the difficulties that we face at this difficult time in our lives. I would leave room in that suitcase for the ideas of other people, for other books, for new ideas, because I truly live by that earlier quote I told you about calcification. I'm constantly trying to figure it out, come up with something new, challenge old ideas. This is a country that challenged old ideas. It's a country that will continue to challenge old ideas. And I hope that all of us can keep fighting for the idea of the book, of the written word, of the page, the ideas contained within them, be them children's books or adult history books. I hope we can protect that, and that's the other thing that I would put in that suitcase, the freedom to have ideas, to have your own mind, a mind of yours that is not the construct of someone else. That I think is the biggest thing that I would put in the suitcase.